Good morning, folks. This is Darth Ravage here. So I'm coming to you today with another quick review. Today on the turntable, we're going to take a closer look at Orion Pax Optimus from Transformers 1. This is the Prime Changer version of him. Here's a look at the back of the box. Takes and transforms into Cybertronian truck mode and robot in 20 steps. And if you will pause and scan here, hopefully this will help you find your copy. These are popping up at Targets and in the very near future Walmarts. Let's take a closer look at this figure together here. Starting off with that vehicle mode first, guys. Here he is. He is tiny as tiny can be. He's got his axe weapon kind of stored exactly like his Studio Series version right here. Here they are side by side showing you. We know that he can store his stuff there. I've taken the waist skirt off, so there's a little bit more gappiness in this thing. It's already gappy. This guy's not so gappy. He kind of fills the holes up. Does got his hand sticking out on that. It's kind of a neat little feature when you do get into robot mode. Both of them seems to have that hollowness there at the back end of the truck mode. And this one has some tail lights painted on the tips of his toes. But all the same, you got the smokestacks on the side. They can double as rocket boosters or forward-facing pew-pews, as demonstrated right here. They both roll really good. I like the littler pinwheels better, and I like the, well, these are pin too, but it just seems to do better with these little gray ones for whatever the reason. You can see how they both stack up from the bottom look there. Let's get Orion Pax into his robot mode, but before that, I'll probably just call this guy Orion Pax because this guy is Optimus Prime. Chris Hemsworth Prime in both modes does rock. Let's transform him now. And here he is in robot mode, 20 steps later from vehicle mode, and he looks pretty spectacular, guys. I know that this is smaller than the other version. This guy does a whole lot. Like I said, these are really fun desk bots. And this one, though, concern was when I was transforming it, these little smokestacks pop off way too often. The ball and socket joints pop off kind of a bit much for my care tasting. And that's where we're going to go get into the articulation and talk to you more about this now. Due to the transformation, that head sculpt is really, really awesome looking, but it should be more the Orion Pax face without the mask, because that does give me a stronger Optimus Prime thing going on there. And like the little bits of yellow they didn't have to put there, what have you, whatnot, you can do the transformation, get them to do the whole jumping up in the sky pose there, all the way around on the ball joint there, and it kind of feels like it could pop off, so I don't want to do that too much there. The teeny ball. You do get all the way around on a ball joint there at the shoulder. You can get and cheat a little bit of thing, but it kind of does that Rise of the Beast, slamming the head, knocking thing if you keep going there. All that's due to transformation joints and what have you. You can see the hinge that makes that possible. But you can totally do that if you desire, which is really shocking and surprising in a guy this size with ball joints that you can do that. You get all the way around due to a transformation joint there. You get that much due to the constraints of the elbow and whatnot. You get a hinge due to transformation. I don't like that. I feel like it should be on the ball and socket. You can still accomplish that while retaining the articulation, but then there's the ugly gap because it is on a hinge joint. I don't like that at all. It should be a pop-out thing anytime it's that. It does manage to get, with that joint, you get kind of that T thing going on, and you get all the way around at the waist, which is really, really impressive. I love having a waist swivel always. You can get the full Van damage and a full T, Mr. T, all that. You do get the upper thigh swivel. You get that much in the leg. You do get a longer, just like the Studio Series version, you get a longer thing. But where you don't get down here, you just get the old Combiner Wars Titans Return A-frame pose. I don't like that due to of the engineering and the hollowness in the bottom there. Like I said, this is a whole lot of awesome there. You can attach his axe weapon to his hand and fake a hand going over the the axe there, but then you still got that other floppiness going on. I don't really care for all of that. So the other thing that's really kind of cool, and I'll probably have to take this off. Nope, I got it off at time. That's really tough to get it off that peg there. So anyway, I figured a ball would do better there, and they've got to figure that out. But the engineering short stances, this thing has got a lot going on with it. So there he is. And I think you can get some weapon storage here on the back due to a slit there. You can just kind of pop that on the back and you got weapon storage on the back. All that said and done, let's get a comparison going on here. And here is the comparison between Studio Series Optimus Prime and the mainline Prime Changers Orion Pax. They both look spectacular. Both have their shortcomings. They both have a surprising amount of articulation, but then they also got some weird shoulder things going on there. But that's what they look like front and back and center. I just left his axe with his hip skirt and his floppy gun piece. I like the gray better here than I like the off yellow and stuff there, but this is more accurate to the big screen version. I like his little matrix better, but that's the other thing with the matrix in here. It does tend to want to flop out during the transformation a whole bunch. It is very tiny, but I think it does it better with the in-hand stuff later. I mean, this thing comes out at nothing, but you can actually peg it into his hand and he can hold it out there and all that jazz. So anyway, there is that. Both of these can also use the smokestacks as pistols, but I don't like doing that. I like Optimus to look like Optimus. And I did use the original Thrillin' 30 ×2 blasters on the new 112. I just think that looks so much better with him, and it also can work as thrusters and blasters in the truck mode as well, however you see fit to use it. Let's get this guy into some final thoughts. Some final thoughts on Orion Pax as I got him into his, holding the matrix and transforming into the 112 version. Hemsworth Prime, no matter the Prime Changers version and or the Studio Series version, they both rock. They both have their weird quirks and instances, but I absolutely love this thing way more than I thought I would. I would not get this for a younger kid because it does tend to pop, the wrist pop off quite a bit. The smokestacks pop off easier than they do on the Studio Series 112 version, and the head has that pop off ability. You will lose this if you ain't careful when you transform it, especially younger ones. So there's all that to keep in mind. Like I said, it's geared for a younger audience, but it is a fun despot for the older crowd. That's about all I got to say about this Orion Pax mainline Prime Changers version. He totally rocks and is fun. All that said, make sure to like, share, subscribe. Y'all have a great week out there. Until all are one, guys. Thank you again.